Hello, friends. Glenda Mollett here, and welcome to my craft room tonight. It's Thursday, and we're going to do another fun fold. This one is cool, really easy. I am calling it a top anchor fun fold card. I am just heading over. Okay, I'm getting things set up because, I can't always see names on in my Facebook group. But now I've got it all lined up. Hello, Norma. So this is the last time I'm going to be able to go live using StreamYard in this group because Facebook is changing everything, of course. Okay. Hi, Holly. So next week, I don't know what's going to happen. I will be live one way or another, but I don't know how. Probably just a Facebook Live. So tonight, I received a card from my friend Kathy Howes, also known as Kathy America, down in Houston when we were at Onstage, and I absolutely loved it. So I decided that we are going to make one tonight, and I am calling it a Top Anchor Easel Card. So let me know in the comments if you would like me to show you Kathy's card, and I will show you how this one is. So let me flip you around. So if you don't know me, hi. My name's Glenda Mollett. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am located on the west coast of British Columbia, Canada. And I am in Pacific time zone. So right now it's 7 o'clock. Oh, people are saying yes. And of course, well, I have to ask because I have to leave my seat and go over there and get it because I forgot to get it before. So let me just flip you around. You can have a look at the card while I go get it. Oh, wait, what did I do? There it is. Found it. So Kathy used this soon to be gone Earthen Textures bundle. Hi, Nadine. Hey, Nadine. Did you see what sweatshirt I have on tonight? I have my Bucky shirt on. This is a howdy ho to all those people out there in Texas land because Bucky's is in Texas. All right, so here's Kathy's card. Isn't that pretty? Now, Kathy is one of the ones I'm collaborating with for the Summer Creative Escape. And then if you open it up, there's the inside, and that's where you do your writing. But you see this here? This wiggles. Bucky's. Hello, Bucky's. So there's the top anchor. This wiggles. It's on a strip of foam strip, one of these things, so that it wiggles and you can lift it up and put your front underneath there. And it stands up like this. It is a top anchor easel fun fold card. Ah, see how it is? There's the side profile for you. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to be making this tonight using some new stuff. I'm sad that the Earthen Textures is going away because I've had a lot of fun with that and it's so pretty. Okay, so here's my version. It uses the soon to be arriving Country Flowers bundle, the soon to be arriving 24 to 26 In Colour Glimmer Paper, the soon to be arriving Summer Splash color, and the designer paper in the background is the Country hang on, Country Woods designer paper. Isn't that pretty? And I've used the new basic beige color. Too hot for sweatshirts here, 86 degrees. Oh, Nadine, it says it's hot in Texas right now. We have sunshine, but it's really quite cold. So we're going to make this card together. I will show you how to do it. And then there's the envelope. So what I am going to use to do this, hang on, chocolate first. Anybody want chocolate? These are peanut butter Easter eggs. My fave, because I can't have chocolate, so I eat these ones. I threw in a Ferrero Rocher, some dark chocolate. There you go. All right, so what I'm using today, I'm going to do all the stamping in Pebbled Path. And I'm going to color using the new Summer Splash Stampin' Blends and the marker and Light Pool Party, and then finish it off with some Wink of Stella. I'm just getting things lined up here so they don't fall off my table. All right. And I will be using the Country Flowers bundle. So there's the stamp set, and here's the dies. Now, this is part of a mega suite that is coming soon, and it has two bundles in it, and this is the other one, Country Birdhouse. And I'm going to be playing with this one in the next couple of days because there is a 3D project that I want to make. So there's a class coming for this in June, I think it will be. So this is the other part, the Country Flowers bundle, the dies in the stamp set. The sentiment comes from Simply Said, another new one. Oh, Nadine wants it all. Hi, Louise. Nice to have you join us. The Unbounded Love dies. Now, these are really quite different because some of them cut out just that frame, and then that frame goes on top of this frame, and they layer, but I haven't really done a lot of playing with them yet. So I will be. And then I'm going to use the Fern embossing folder in the background and finish off with some 24 to 26 In Color Shimmer gems. And I was watching one of Kathy's videos today for the Summer Creative Escape, and we're using these on all of our cards, and it was not the right color. So she took her Stampin' Blends and she changed the color of the peach pie ones to match the project that she was making. Is that not brilliant? Yes, I love the Country Suite, the whole suite. I wish I could show you the picture of it, but if you join me for my catalog launch party on the 11th of May, I'll be able to show it to you. Okay, so I did post the recipe of what you need for this card, and I will show you. Now I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to use peach pie tonight instead of the Summer Splash. So the card base, oops, don't look there because I scored it wrong. Oops. And I didn't want to waste it. 11 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 5 1/2 and 8 1/4. Then you fold it in half. And then this folds in half again. Now, I'm just going to give this a good burnishing so that there's the profile of the card base. So we have a valley and a mountain fold. Okay, then I have a piece of Country Woods designer paper that is 5 1/4 by 4, and a piece of Meandering Meadows designer paper that is 1 1/2 by 2 1/2, and I'm going to do the pot out of it. I didn't want to have to do a lot of coloring on this pot, and I discovered that this designer paper is perfect. See, there's the back end of it. But this one, you can even see there's got different colors on it. So that could even be a little bit of a rust thing, right? Okay. Basic white, 4x3 for the inside. And that's going to layer on top of that. Then I have a piece of peach pie that is 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. And a piece that is 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. And that's to go do the sentiment. Then basic white, 4.5 by 3 for the front, and 1 3/4 by 2 3/4 for the sentiment, and then 2.5 by 4 to do the bits. And look at this glimmer paper. Isn't that stunning? So it comes in all 5 new in colors, and this is 2 by 2. And then a piece of peach pie ribbon that is 4 1/4-ish inches long. So if you are registered for my product shares, you are going to get some of this and some of this. And if you get the ribbon, you're going to get some of this. Man alive, it is amazing. Okay, so step one, to take the big piece of white. So this is 4.5 by 3, and I'm going to emboss it with the fern embossing folder. Now, it's not really critical that you have the fern embossing folder, because any embossing folder will work. I just happen to have this one out the day I made the card. Sorry, I forgot my specialty plate for embossing. So, how have you guys been this week? How's the weather? I know Nadine's had some lovely warm weather down there in Texas. It's been sunny and a bit chilly here in Port Alberni. Okay, there we go. And there's our embossed piece, and it's going to layer onto the piece of peach pie like that. Now this, we're going to die cut with one of the Unbounded Love dies. Now, when I did this one, I cut it out. I cut the white out with this, and then I cut out the Summer Splash with this one, and that cuts just the frame. And then you layer it over top of each other like that. So I think I'll do the same thing, but I want to put some adhesive sheet on this piece of peach pie first, because then it's a lot easier to attach that frame without having to. I'm looking for a piece of. No, okay. We get one and cut it down. Without having to add glue to the back of it, or glue to this little teeny tiny frame. Sorry, I just had something pop up on my computer and I had to get rid of it. Otherwise, I can't see the chat. Well, I can see the chat, but I can't see who's chatting. Okay, we're going to cut this. And I always make it about a 1/16 or an 1/8 of an inch smaller than my cardstock, so that when I put it on, it doesn't hang over the edge and get adhesive everywhere. This adhesive sheet is very easy to put on. See, that's all it takes. All right, so this one is that one. And then the white piece, I'm going to die cut that. Now I can cut it before I stamp it because the stamp is photopolymer, so I can see through. So we'll get those two on there like that. Now on the front, we have our pot. So I'm going to stamp. I'm just going to put this up there out of the way. I'm going to stamp the pot onto the designer paper. Now, when we were down in Houston, we had a class and they used this stamp. We used this stamp set. We used our own stamp set and they had us use StazOn ink with it. So now I can show you exactly what happens to photopolymer when you use StazOn ink. It permanently stains it, but it does not affect the use of the stamp at all. And of course, you can't use the StazOn cleaner with photopolymer stamps because there's a chemical reaction that happens and your stamp will eventually melt into a puddle of goo, which is not what you want. Okay, so there's the pot and I'm going to cut that out, but I want to stamp the leaves. Apparently, tonight, words are hard. This one was also used with StazOn, so it's permanently. Hi, Lena. I don't know. There's not much chit-chatting going on out there tonight. I don't know. What's happening? They're just sitting back, relaxing, watching me do my thing. So let's die cut this. And I always die cut before I color because then you don't waste all that time and ink coloring if you end up with a die that shifts. And then, that's never a good thing either. Okay, I need the pot die. So this stamp set has a few different options. And maybe I should have asked you what I should use on the front. I didn't even think. So there's a stool, there's the teapot that I'm using, and there's a bucket. And all of these, well, these fit into these two. Just looking at something. Yeah, you see this line here? That's not part of this stamp. That's actually a separate stamp. So you can put a top on, you can put a top onto your teapot or your bucket. They both have the same size if you want to finish it off and not use it with flowers on it. But the flowers fit down in that hole, which I think is really cool. So maybe I should have asked you if I should have used the bucket or the teapot for this. Hey, Valerie. You're not late. I'm still working. Okay, we're going to cut those all out. And then on this, I am going to cut one of these. This glitter paper, look at that. Look at how shiny it is. Ooh. Hi, Marcia. All right, so this is going to all fit on here, I'm sure, if I move things around. There we go. We'll get it all in on one swipe. And those of you that were waiting for Wink of Stella to come in, they came in yesterday and I mailed them all off today. So you should be getting yours the beginning of the week. All right. There we go. Got all of our pieces. So there's that die cut. Now you have this that you can use for another project because this is the part we're going to use on this one. And it's this little tiny frame thing that gets cut out. See, it's cut out of that. All right, I gotta find these dies so I can put my dies back. There we go. All right, and then we have our leaves, and we're going to be coloring those. So I was working today on projects for the Creative Escape, because when Leanne and Kathy do their projects, I have to do them myself. Such a hardship, right? Because otherwise I won't have samples for my class, and I can't help people create the cards. So that's what today was. I was making Leanne and Kathy's cards. And let me tell you, people, you are going to love them. They are super fun cards. We have Cutest Cow, and we have Layers of Beauty, and we have Under the Moon. Okay, there's the one for the sentiment. Now, if you are part of my Creative Escapes group, Tuesday night, I went live and shared how to create this card using Under the Moon stamp set and some of the new Thoughtful Journey designer paper in the background. So if you missed out on that, head over to my my group, the Creative Escapes group, and you will be able to see the video in there from last night, or go to my YouTube channel. It's there too. Okay, going to stamp sentiment in Pebbled Path, right in the middle. Okay. Oh, I just realized that I used the summer splash in there, so I have to get my peach pie out. Uno momento, si vous plaît. There, I will need that. Now, I'm going to take the liner off of here, because remember we put adhesive sheet on this, so it's easy to put on. And this is going to fit right over top of that die cut, like that. And look at this. That is the perfect way to get just a little narrow border around that sentiment. And we have our bling, we have our pot. This is an extra piece saved for another project. And here we're going to color the leaves. So first of all, I'm going to put a layer of Pool Party down as a base. These Stampin' Blends are my medium of choice for coloring because they're alcohol based and they color and blend really nicely. So if you want to leave them just one layer and not do any blending or shading with them, you can do that. And they don't leave coloring lines. But you can always go in with more colors and just add in there. This is light Summer Splash. Oh, I should have used Shy Shamrock. Oh well. So I'm just adding a little bit of Summer Splash, not going right out to the edge, just adding a little bit of color on here. So don't be afraid to mix and match your colors, because there's no guidebook about what color to use with what. It's all up to what makes your heart happy. Now this is the dark Summer Splash, and I'm just going to go down the center and add some dark in there, like that. And you see I've got lots of ink on there, so it's blending itself already. And then take Pool Party and go around the edges again and just blend those edges in. There we go. So that gives you kind of really light right up against the edges right up to dark in the center. There we are. So there you go. That's what it looks like. Hey, Janet. All right, get these other ones colored quickly. So I was watching a couple of videos, and the ladies that were doing them, because they were ladies on the videos, not that I don't watch men ones, but these ones in particular were ladies ones. And they do a lot of prep before they go live. They do coloring, they do die cutting. So I want to know, it does cut down on the time. What do you think? Do you think I should be pre-doing stuff, or do you like it when I do it all in front of you? My thoughts are always, sometimes we don't always know how to do this stuff. And if a newer stamper runs across one of my videos and everything is already done, how are they going to know how to do it? But I'm open to suggestions of whether it should be pre-done or do it along in front of you. Oh, I thought that was a crack in my lid. It was a hair hanging out there. Okay, going in with the dark, straight down the center. And I'll look at comments in a sec. Okay, go back up here. Hello, Irene from Twin Cities, Minnesota. Thank you for joining us. Nadine likes it the way it is. Norma likes it the way it is. Pat likes it the way it is. And Valerie, too. Okay, I won't change anything then. I am going to be changing the time, though. When I get back from Mexico, it's going to be summer hours again. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to stay awake long enough. Or I'm also thinking maybe I'll start doing it in the daytime instead of waiting and doing it after dinner. So what are your thoughts on that? What do you think about me changing it to, say, mid-afternoon or morning? What works better for you? Morning, afternoon, or evening? Because I know back east, if anybody wants to watch back east, it gets quite late by the time I'm finished. And if I go on later, then it's going to be even later for them. Okay, that's done. And do down the center. Some dark in there. Nadine says early is better. Valerie says she's retired, so it doesn't matter. And Lena says I'm not a morning person. Oh dear. Okay, there we go. There's our leaves colored. Perfect. Now I'm going to take the same colored marker. This is a Stampin' Right marker, and I'm going to do the stems, because I don't like doing the stems with Stampin' Blends because they're made to go like that. And if you get something that's really narrow, like the stems, then and you put Stampin' Blends on there instead of the marker, it just goes into a big mush. Norma says nights for her. Louise said she would watch the replay. But the replays are not as fun, Louise, and I get that. Okay, here's the pot. And we're going to put a little bit of adhesive on the bottom leaves of the leaf, and we'll pop that on top of the teapot like that. So there we go. There's our main element, and it's going to go on top of that. The sentiment is done. So let's get this done. I am going to, oh, come on. layer this onto the peach pie. Pat says afternoon and nights for her. Hello, Renee. Thanks for joining us. You're only late if I'm done. And then you're not really late because there's always the replay to watch. Okay, so now I'm going to put my ribbon around here. And I love the fact that you can color coordinate your ribbon and your inks and your papers and your embellishments. There's nothing that makes my heart happier than color coordination. There we go. And grab some tear and tape here so I can put it over top and hold it in place. Now, this is going to go on here like this, and you want it down quite a ways. So I'm going to, when I find my pencil, it's going to put a mark there because I don't want my adhesive to go out up past that. All right. Come on. I hope you guys can't hear my stomach. Apparently my stomach is unhappy with me at this moment in time. Okay, so there we've got that. And it's going to go right down there. Now, before I push it too hard, I'm just going to make sure that I'm not showing any adhesive here because otherwise I would glue my card together. Holly says morning or evening. Hi, Cindy. Yes, you can. The replay will be there tomorrow. Okay, so next step is to put the designer paper on. So this designer paper is wood grains. The whole thing is wood grains. There's light, there's dark, there's colored. I love it. And this one has basic beige in it, which is why I chose basic beige as the card base. There we go. Now, I have to stamp my flower in peach pie before we put this inside. Let's ink that up. A little stampy. And on the envelope as well. So these don't have to be in pots. You can use them inside and on your envelope just the way they are. Okay, so now this has to go right down to the bottom because this here has to go in a certain spot. So let's put our inside piece in. Oh, I got to do that draw. Don't let me forget to do the draw. If you hear me getting ready to say goodbye, you need to tell me do the draw because I'm drawing for a 50% off item tonight. So I'm putting this upside down on the front so I can make sure it's hidden and it's down far enough there. Then you just close your card. Don't push too hard because if it's not straight, then you can move it. And of course it moved, so it's really not straight at all. There we go. Now make sure it's still hidden in there. There we are. Now get some dimensionals and put our front piece on. Now I'm going to avoid putting dimensionals in the center there because it's going to be over top of the ribbon. So I'll have to get a couple of little strips to put it on there. And one there and one there. Get this. I can get some strips. So I want to put, oh, wait, too big. So I got to put one, oops, that went far away. One at the top of the spout and one at the top of the handle. Like that. And then this is going to go on here like that. with this underneath. So let's get some Tombow on this. So this weekend is my prep for Mexico weekend. I went out and bought important stuff, like Pepto-Bismol and Imodium and mosquito spray. So I'm all ready now. I can start packing. Okay, so that's going to go right about there. So this I'm just going to tuck underneath like that. Now you want it to be so that that's going to go. It looks a little funny because you're leaving such a wide space open on the top, but you need to do that because when the top anchor is there, you need to have room for it. I will have an awesome time. Yes, I am excited. Okay, come on. That's right about there. Now this, I need a strip of foam strip. Now we'll just get about that much. Don't need all that, but I want to add, if I can get it off my finger, I want to add a little bit of Tombow to this. This just helps it stick because there's going to be quite a bit of stress on this. And up at the top, you just put it right there, right at the top, like that. We'll just trim that off right about there. So there we go. And then we're going to put that so that it just hangs out underneath like that. And then when we put this on, it flips up like that. See how that goes? So it needs to be just under where that line is there, because you want it to be hidden because it's supposed to be a surprise when you open the card up. Sometimes I'd like to be a fly on the wall with these fun fold cards to see if people actually figure out how to use them. Okay, this is ready. This is going to go here, right about there. Close it, make sure it's covered. Yeah, and then I'm going to hold it and tuck this up underneath. Perfect. There. Just hold that until that glue settles. And there we go. There's our card. So when that glue settles, I'll be able to do that. And then we're going to finish it off with some. Oh, thanks, Cindy. Oh, yes, Lena. I have your card right here. Lena sent me a card, and I will show it to you in 2 seconds. I just want to put these on because you know me. I'll forget. One more up there. That's 4. I need another one. Let's just put one over here. There we go. We're done. And I can show you Lena's card. I got it today, Lena. So this is Lena's card. She made it with the paper pumpkin kit, I think. Isn't that pretty? It's a fun fold. So join me on Monday night and I will show you more of that card. There we go. There's our card. Yay! And see, 40 minutes and we had it done. Now I can do the draw as soon as I find my computer. Okay. Yeah, it's a great fun fold. And don't forget you can find the recipe to it in today's post. I didn't put it in the description. I should go and do that. All right, here we go. We are going to do the duck race. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I have to do this. I have to flip that. There we go. Okay, there we go. Duck race, and I'm giving away a 50% off item again. You have to live in Canada. You have to be part of my team, my VIP group, or Creative Escapes, or my club. All right, start. Let's go. Who's going to win a 50% off item tonight? Is it going to be Diana, who's pulling out in the lead, or is it she? Oh, it stopped. Oh, because I hit pause. Oh, Louise is coming out ahead. Look at that. She's going to beat. Who's it going to be? Yay, it's Louise. Congratulations, Louise. And Louise is watching as well. So hopefully she's still there. Oh, there we go. Congratulations, Louise. I will be in touch. Louise wanted Zany Zoo, which I think is cool. Congratulations. Louise, send me a message and make sure that's still what you want me to order you. And I will be with you again on Monday night in my page and on my VIP, in my VIP group for another great card. Thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight. I do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. And I will see you soon. Oh, Louise says, yes, it is. Zany Zoo is on the way for Louise. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend. And I will see you Monday night. Stamp and smiles. Bye for now.